Ahead of his meeting with the Russian President Vladimir Putin next week in Alaska, the US President Donald Trump has claimed that the United States tariff on India for buying Russian oil have delivered a big blow to Moscow's economy, calling New Delhi one of Russia's largest or second largest oil buyers.
It's a massive country. I think they have 11 time zones, if you can believe it. It's a massive, by far, from the standpoint of land, it's by far the largest. They have tremendous potential in Russia to do well. They're not doing well. Their economy is not doing well right now because it's been very well disturbed by this. It doesn't help when the President of the United States tells their largest or second largest oil buyer that we're putting a 50% tariff on you if you buy oil from Russia. That was a big blow. And then they say, gee, he wasn't so tough. Nobody else would have done that. And I haven't stopped there. I mean, look, I was all set to do things far bigger than that, but I got a call that they'd like to meet, and I'm going to see what they want to meet about. I'd like to see a ceasefire. I'd like to see the best deal that could be made for both parties. You know, it takes two to tango, right? So ultimately, I'll have a meeting next week. I had a great relationship with him, considering the fact that, you know, I was not nice to him because of the pipeline. I ended the pipeline.
So, Srinjoy, the US President has claimed that there is a big blow to Moscow's economy because India has stopped or reduced buying Russian oil because of the tariff. So, how do we look at these statements? On one hand, he has paused the tariff on China, which is the biggest buyer of oil from Russia. On the other hand, he says that because of the tariff imposed on India, it's a big blow to Moscow's economy and he could reach a deal.
For the last 200 days, everyone has realized that the President of America is not the most predictable man. And he is looking forward to this discussion with President Putin of Russia. He has spoken about a ceasefire. Now the question is, how does this ceasefire work out? And the Ukrainians are also making it clear that their voice should also be heard. They are the ones who are fighting the war. Sure, with American weapons and European weapons, but they are the ones doing the fighting. So their voice should also be heard. So at this point, it's hard to say what's going to happen in Alaska because we are all hoping that there will be a ceasefire, and a ceasefire from which both sides can say that we've come out okay. That's the basic point. And if that happens, well, President Trump would have done something very good. But we have to wait for the 15th of August. We have to see what the terms are. We have to see what the Russians have to say.
Okay.
We have to see what the Americans have to say. We have to see the Ukrainian point of view. And then we'll know exactly where we stand on the 15th.
Okay, all right. On 15th is when the meeting will take place between President Trump as well as President Putin. What is expected will be interesting to see. Srinjoy, thank you for joining us with those details. We are breaking